Once upon a time, there was a stranger who gave hope to 1,000 hearts. And no, this isn't the start of a fairy tale, but the quiet beginning of a man named Daniel's extraordinary journey. He wasn't a superhero, billionaire, or celebrity. Daniel was an ordinary man living in an ordinary city. His life wasn't filled with extraordinary circumstances, but as the days went by, a change began to stir within him. It wasn't about him, though. It was about all the people around him. He started noticing things, the way a young mother cried alone in a park, pushing away the loneliness that threatened to consume her. He saw the elderly sitting on a bench, not just resting, but hiding their trembling hands, shaking not because of old age, but because of hunger. He saw the homeless man under the bridge, pulling himself together every morning, trying to fit into a society that seemed determined to ignore him. Instead of turning away, Daniel's heart ached for them. He understood their struggles because he had walked through the valley of despair himself. He knew what it meant to be forgotten, to be on the edge, to feel like giving up. But something inside him refused to let go of hope. So he did the only thing he could. He wrote down words of encouragement, tiny scrolls of strength and courage. At first, it was just a habit, a distraction from the harsh realities of life. He wrote, "Even the darkest night will end, and the sun will rise again." He left these messages on the park benches, tucked them under the glass doors of offices, slipped them into donation boxes outside supermarkets. It wasn't much, but it was a start, a small light in the darkness. Little did he know how these simple acts of kindness would ripple through the city, touching lives in ways he could never imagine. A young woman who had just lost her job stumbled upon one of his notes. "Don't be afraid to fall, because that's where the seeds of success are planted." She took a picture of it and posted it online, praising the mysterious hope giver. Suddenly, Daniel's notes started appearing everywhere, in more languages, in more places, in more hearts. People started leaving their own messages of hope and gratitude, creating a chain reaction that spread like wildfire. Daniel watched this movement grow, wondering, smiling, hoping. One day, a famous writer, touched by these stories, decided to find the man behind the messages. She wanted to help him, to understand why he was doing this. What she found was a simple man, a man who wasn't looking for recognition, a man who didn't want anything in return. When asked why he did it, Daniel replied, "Because sometimes the smallest light can chase away the deepest shadows. And all it takes is one kind word to remind someone that they're not alone." As the years went by, Daniel continued his mission, never knowing the profound impact he was having. He became known as the stranger who gave hope to 1,000 hearts. Then one day, Daniel's own light dimmed. He fell ill, and as he lay in the hospital bed, he looked back on a life well lived. He'd not cured diseases, built skyscrapers, or won awards. He was just a man who cared. When he passed away, thousands attended his funeral. People from all walks of life. People whose paths he had touched. People whose hearts he had saved. They came to say goodbye to the man who had shown them that you don't have to be rich, famous, or powerful to make a difference. All you need is a kind heart and a willingness to listen, to see the invisible, to reach out to the lonely, and to remind them that they matter. If this story touched your heart, pass it on. Share it with those who need it. Maybe someone you know needs a reminder that they matter, that they're strong, and that they're loved. Maybe someone just needs to know that they're not alone. So here's your reminder. Go out into the world and be a source of hope. You never know whose life you might touch. You matter. Your kindness matters. And the world needs more people like Daniel, people who give hope to 1,000 hearts.